people? It's your boy Cam, one half of the football frame of mind. You know what it is. We continuing our series of the hits and misses since 2000, right? NFL draft season is upon us. So you already know what it is, man. You got to talk about the past. Sometimes the past can prepare you for what a team's going to do, typically what it is, So if a team typically likes to go defense in the first round, sometimes they keep that trend going, unless it's a need, and vice versa. So we talk about it, man. Just looking back at a lot of the hits and misses of, the first round of all the NFL teams, man. So y'all know what the deal is. Like and subscribe. Check out below all of our forms of content. You into that audio, we got that. You're into the shorts, we do that. We got the Instagram, we got the Facebook, man. So check it out. Check it out, man. So 31,000 subscribers, I believe. So we doing good. Can't be mad about that, man. We appreciate it, man. So if you're asking, what are you wearing? I just did a workout, man. So uh trying to get rid of the dad vibe. I don't like it. So doing a little workout, trying to shed some pounds, man. So forgive me if you're like, man, you need a new sweatsuit. I know. But nonetheless, I appreciate the viewership so far. So but let's get started on today's program, man. Let's talk about the Bills, man. Let's talk about the Bills, man. So it's a team that if you watch the show, I don't really like the Bills that much. And it's really nothing they did. Well, yes, it is. I hate the fact that they lost 4 Super Bowls in a row, man. Like, what the, man? It make me mad, bro. Teams fight so hard to get to the Super Bowl. And they got to 4 in a row. And the closest one was like the first one. That was it. Like, the dude missed the kick, and that was the closest Super Bowl, the closest they came to a Super Bowl. Because the Super Bowls they had against the Redskins was ass whooping. The 2 Super Bowls against the Cowboys were both ass whoopings. So yeah, yeah. So that's all. That's where I just getting so mad at the Bills, man. But um, the 2000s, and they drafted some pretty good players, man. So we're gonna get into it right now, man. So we're gonna start into let's go back a little bit. So Antoine Winfield turned out to be one of the, I guess you could say, cornerstones of their new era of Bills. Then you had Eric Moulds as well. So you had some good players, man. Antoine Smith, if I'm not mistaken, this is the one that played for the Patriots and won the Super Bowl. Yeah. So you had some pretty good players. But as we enter the 2000s, Antoine Winfield was a cornerstone. And then you just go from there. You see some names: Clemens, Gahey, Lee Evans, Dante Whitner. Like, these are some good players, man. But we're gonna get into all of that as we continue. So let's start off with the 2000, man. Let's look at Eric Flowers. So Eric Flowers, 26th overall, 2000. I mean, defensive end, linebacker, uh, did okay at the combine. Nothing stands out like super, except for his size. 6'4", 271, right? Um, but nothing stands out like a lot, right? I think maybe the vertical for his size is kind of high, but for his size, only 27, 25, 4 reps is not very good. So, um, I don't know. Let's check out his stats, man. So, you know, he played for my Rams too. Ugh, disgusting. Disgusting, man. But I'm gonna say this is a miss because the production really isn't there, and he only played there for 2 seasons before they got rid of him. Um, so there you go. All right. So that was a miss. Eric Flowers was a miss. All right. So then we go on to 2001. This is a hit. Nate Clemens was damn good. He was so good for the Bills. Underrated corner of the 2000s, man. And he was not a little guy. He was a thumper, man. Um, he got one Pro Bowl, played there for a little bit. Um, also went to the 49ers and was pretty good there as well. So he did wonders for them. The production was there. I mean, he was, like I said, underrated corner of the 2000s, man. You get what, 6 picks, 12, 18, 20, 23 picks during your time. Like 23 picks in your time in Buffalo, bro. Like, that's a hit. Got a Pro Bowl in 04, right? Probably should have had some more, man, but Buffalo was okay. Like, they were okay, right? You know, they was okay. So, but Nate Clemens is a hit, man. Went to Ohio State, so he was probably gonna get some looks anyway. But nonetheless, that's a hit. Nate Clemens is a hit. All right, then we go Mike Williams from Texas, man. Um, Y'all know my philosophy at this point. If they keep you around, if they keep you around, you are a hit, right? If they keep you around for a while, you're a hit. And he didn't stay that long. Yeah, you can say, oh man, '02 to 2005 is a while, but not necessarily if you don't play, right? So, like fourth overall, and McKinney was picked. If you think Brian McKinney, he was pretty good. Um, like they moved him to left, he wasn't that good, and then he lost his job to Jason Peters, who turned out to be a Hall of Famer. So yeah, an undrafted free agent. So that's how man. Sometimes you gotta want it, man. And you didn't want it as much as Jason Peters, and Jason Peters turned out to be an all-pro, Hall of Fame player. So yeah. So this is a miss. This is a miss, man. That's unfortunate because he had really good size, man. Really good size. I just think, and athletic as hell too. So you would think, okay, well, he would be a good offensive lineman, especially tackle, because I mean, you got that vertical, so you got some athleticism. But the bench press being as big as he is, you expect that at least 30, maybe even 40. So, there you go, man. So, but Williams was definitely this is a miss. Then we go to '03, man. Willis McGahee. Um, like this is a hit. This is a hit in my opinion. Pretty productive in college, man. 28 touchdowns, man. Like so, you knew he was gonna be a first round pick, man. You knew that. 23rd overall, which is surprising. I think he had a knee injury. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he had a knee injury. Yeah, yeah. I figured. I thought he was the one that had the knee injury, but that cost him a little bit of draft stock, man. But nonetheless, man, productive career. Especially with Buffalo. Um, they got what they needed out of him, and then my Ravens got him, and he was got some pretty cool seasons there. Um, so I'd say this is a hit. I mean, he got the bulk of his yardage. Well, no, not in Buffalo, but he had some pretty cool seasons, man. You know, Buffalo, they was dealing with the Patriots dynasty, so they wasn't gonna be that good. So, what's that? Oh six, they finished 7-9, 5-11, and 9-7, and they didn't do nothing. So and he didn't play in 03. So during that tenure, they did nothing, nothing at all. So he was a bright spot. Let's just say that. So Willis McGahee is a hit in my opinion, especially coming off an injury like that. To have his career he ended up having, that's a hit anyway. So they had two picks in 04. Um, so we'll start with the one that actually panned out, if you know what I mean. Let's see, did I miss that? All right, let's see. When you look at a player like Travis Hunter, do you think teams could pass dudes off the field? Nah, like he all right, he cool. I don't know why y'all tripping off his girlfriend, man. She ain't gonna be there that long. She ain't gonna be there that long, man. Let's be honest. Like he think he in love and all this stuff. Nah, she ain't gonna be there that long. And once if that off the field stuff affects you on the field, he ain't gonna be where he drafted that long. So I don't know. I don't think that's gonna affect nothing, man. And nobody's gonna pass up on a player of his caliber, even if he demands to play wide receiver or DB. I mean, we've had players come out and say, "Oh, well, I want to play receiver too," and they never do. Why? Because they really never played that in college. They getting drafted as a cornerback or as a receiver. He is a legit player at both positions. So if he want to try and play both, they gonna let him play both. If he's good at both, cool. If not, you just got a pretty good ass corner or a pretty good ass receiver, man. I personally think he's a better cornerback than receiver, but hell, why not let him play? You drafted in the top five. That's where he's gonna go. You drafted in the top five for a reason. You need some excitement and you need somebody to come in and play. So I don't think teams are gonna pass up on him. I just think maybe teams might pass up on him because they don't need him per se. That's all I'm saying. Thanks for the comment, though. But moving on, 2004, 13th overall pick, um, Lee Evans, was pretty good with Buffalo. He played with us, my Ravens, for a little bit. And he dropped that damn touchdown pass, or they called it a drop or whatever. But with Buffalo, I remember him being pretty good. He's solid. You got exactly what you needed out of him, man. Um, and it worked out, man. 1,000 yards a couple times, got close to 1,000 yards a couple times. Now, I want to say I gotta check out something real quick. I gotta check out something real quick. Yeah, Drew Bledsoe was still on the team. So yeah, I want to see wide receiver though. Yeah, so Eric Mose was still on the team, and Josh Reed was on the team as well too. So yeah, so his production was going to be down anyway because he was probably the third option, you know. And then once he got elevated to the number one spot, we saw the production go up pretty much. So yeah, he was good. He was good. This is a hit. This is a hit for them. Now the next pick in the '04, not so much. JP Lossman, man. Surprisingly, they gave him a shot. Like usually when your quarterback's bad, um, you know when you miss on a draft pick, usually they don't give you that long. But he got about 5 years to figure it out. You know, um, so he got a little bit of time, man. Interesting. He's from LA, and then he went to UCLA, right? Um, and then he transferred to Tulane, and he was okay. Okay. I mean, he was definitely worthy of a first round pick, though. You know, if you needed a quarterback, because it seemed like he put it all together. You know, this last season, right? He put it all together and everything. So definitely worthy. But for the Bills, it just didn't work out, man. Like he just wasn't that good, man. Like wasn't. That's all, man. Like you can say competition, you can say this, that, and the third, whatever. But it just didn't work out, man. And shit like that happens, man. It happens all the time. But one decent season out of five, like I said, 5 years, that was it. I mean, in the first year, you weren't gonna be the starter anyway because Drew Bledsoe was there. But even after that, they was ass, and they was ass for a little bit until they got Josh Allen. So, but yeah, this was a miss. But he can't say that they didn't give him a fair shot. Maybe they didn't put nothing around him. You can say that, but he can't never say he didn't have a fair opportunity, right? So, '05, no pick. In '06, they drafted Dante Hittner. That's what they call him. Because, boy, he was a thumper. He was good for a while. He was good with Buffalo. He was good with the 49ers. Um, like, athlete, man. 4.4 speed. He's a big corner, big safety as well. Vertical, broad jump. So, he's an athlete, man. A whole athlete. So, this was a hit, in my opinion. I mean, solid player, a lot of tackles. Um, Especially you got 140, even though you combine solo and assisted, he still got 140, bro. Like he was definitely in the box getting dirty, man. So, and like I said, he did pretty good with the Niners as well. But as far as Buffalo, yeah, he was good. He was pretty good with them, man. So I'm actually curious. See, 7-9, 7-9, man. 7-9, bro. Like, dog, man, they had it rough, bro. 50-year season. They went 6-10, and Dick Duran was fired mid-season. Um, then 4-12, like Chan Gailey. You remember that name, bro? But it wasn't his fault that they was ass. So, but he was good. This is a hit. This is a hit for them, man. Three-time Pro Bowler, Ohio State. Part of that 2006 class, man. A whole lot of good players came up out of there, man. Then they picked John McCargo. Let's see. He played in Buffalo for 5 years. Um, Not exactly sure. what he did. Really nothing. Nothing. He didn't do nothing, man. Yeah. So this was kind of a reach. As they said, he was a late second, early third round pick. So this was a reach, man. And yeah, he played in all the games, and then he got traded to the Colts in '08. Kyle Williams turned out to be pretty damn good. So he ain't do nothing, man. He ain't do nothing. 52 tackles in your career. So this was a miss, unfortunately, man. But they saw something in him to pick him that high, man. It just didn't work out. But sorry for them, that's a miss. All right, '07, man. Number 12 overall, they select Marshawn Lynch, man. Um, Marshawn Lynch was a hit for them. Um, I don't think he really liked his time in Buffalo that much. But he was a hit, man. He was a hit. And I think that had a lot to do with them getting rid of Willis McGahee, in my opinion, because he was so damn good. Like you can't have two, you can have two dominant running backs, but you know you can, but they wasn't forward thinking like that, in my opinion. So, but let me see something. Hold up, I want to be really sure that's what happened. So yeah, '06. Yep. So that's what it was. Because he got picked in '07, so they knew they needed a running back. So, but he was good, man. He was good. He was good in Buffalo. Then he went to Seattle, helped them win a Super Bowl. Obviously, we know Beast Quake, that big run he had against the Saints in the playoffs. And he was good, man. He was good for Buffalo. Like I said, I just think one is, 7-9, bro. Like 7-9. Like, come on, man. Like they just didn't do nothing, man. You know, like I said, like they didn't do nothing. And then what is that? 10, 4-12, bro. Like I said, like it didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing. And you get tired of losing, man. And you go to Seattle, have a good career, win a Super Bowl, really good. So there you go. Like this is a hit for Buffalo, but they wasn't seemed like they weren't trying to win. Let's just say that. All right, so Leotis McKelvin. I kind of remember him. Yeah, from Troy. Yeah. So he was there for a while. Um, like I said, if they keep you, you are definitely doing a good job. And for them to have picked him 11th overall, mm, he's pretty good. I mean, you end up with what, 15 interceptions in your career, so 11 interceptions with them. So it seemed like he might have been their shutdown guy. But the fact that he played, in a lot of games, he's pretty good, man. So I'm gonna call this a hit. I ain't gonna be like, oh, he ain't do that much. Like, no, he was all pro. Um, he did his thing, man. So we can call that what it was, man. Yeah, so he got a lot of playing time. He did good, got some sacks, got some interceptions, man. So I'm gonna call that a hit, man. I'm gonna call it a hit. Plus, he stayed there a while too, so that's how you know. All right, so then we get into some meh, you know what I'm saying? But some solid players though coming up as we get into the 2010s. But '09 they had two picks. They had Aaron Maven. Um, this was a miss. This was a miss. He didn't last very long with Buffalo. Only 2 seasons. Um, and he was good in college though. Yeah, he was good in college. I remember him being one of those defensive players that you saw on ESPN a lot, right? Just making plays, but it didn't work out for Buffalo at all. 11th overall, and this is your production? No, no, not good, not good, man. So definitely a miss for Buffalo here. And then they picked Eric Wood, who turned out to be a pretty good player. Like I've been saying since I've been doing it. If you're an offensive lineman and they pick you in the first round and you end up with 8, 9 seasons with one team, that means you was doing your job and you was doing pretty good. So if you can stay there long term, got himself a Pro Bowl, man, All American. So he did his thing, man. So when you can get 100 plus starts and most of them come with the team that you were drafted by, that's a hit. That's my philosophy, man. So and then they got some good players. And when we get into 2010s, you end up with C.J. Spiller. C.J. Spiller was there for about 5 years, and he was pretty damn good. Yeah, he was pretty good. One of the best college players ever, man. I mean, he was good running the football. He was good catching the football. He was just a serious problem in college, man. He was good. With Buffalo, man, I'm trying to see. Did he have to split time with? He had to split time. Yeah, so he split time with Marshawn early, but I'm trying to see why he didn't do that much. I don't know, man. This might be a man. This might be a man. Yeah, this might be a man. Because I don't see anything except for 2012 where he really went off and missed some games. So this might be a miss. This might be a miss. And I'm gonna say it was a miss. CJ Spiller to the Bills was a miss. Um, because if you knew what he was in college, right? Dual threat back, you would think that you would have a little bit more of everything. And yeah, he caught some passes and he ran the ball, but when he got the show, when Marshawn was traded, there wasn't much production after that, you know? So I'm gonna call this a miss. Yeah, I'm gonna call this a miss because ninth overall, you gotta give me a little bit more than one season at 1,000. You gotta give me more than that because we're investing a lot in you, right? So yeah, but the Bills sucked, and they got the third overall pick, and they chose to do something about it. Marcel Darius was cold as hell in college, man. Like dog, he was nice. He was nice. I mean, part of that championship team, Nick Saban's first championship team at Alabama. If you know, he was the one I want to say he knocked out Colt McCoy in the championship game. And then returned the interception for a touchdown in a championship game. So, like, so He was good. He was good, man. He was really good with Buffalo. Solid. I mean, production was there. They got everything they could get out of him. At that point, you got to start surrounding him with some talent, man. So as we get into like, like I said, they went 6-10, and then 12, they went 6-10, 13, they went 6-10, like, and then 9-7, and still didn't make the playoffs, like, and then 15, they went 8-8, didn't make the playoffs, like, and 16, 7-9, didn't make the playoffs. And they had some good players because they had a couple all pros and stuff. And then 9-7, they make the playoffs, and 17, right? But that was his last season, man. And I thought him getting traded to Jacksonville was actually going to help them a lot. But he had used up all his good years in Buffalo. So kind of wish they would have got him up out of there a little earlier. But Marcel Darius is definitely a hit for them. Definitely got a lot of production out of that third overall pick. So that's a hit. All right. Then they got Stephon Gilmore. Now, Stephon Gilmore was a hit, but not with Buffalo. Not really with Buffalo. Not really. He was more of a hit with the Patriots because he got Defensive Player of the Year with them, got a Super Bowl with them, got most of his Pro Bowls with them. But he was productive with Buffalo, which prompted the Patriots to get him. Um, but he was productive. This was a hit. This is a hit, man. I mean, you look at the production as far as intercepting the ball is concerned, man. You look at this. Look at this shit, man. 5, 8, 11, 13, 14 picks. 14 picks. So they were still trying his way, but as I mentioned, Buffalo didn't make the playoffs until 17, right? So he doing all of this on really bad teams. So that just lets you know what's up, you know. And then he did his thing, bro. After he left, like he literally had like damn near a Hall of Fame career with the Patriots alone. But you add everything else up until that point, he's pretty good. And he played last season too. So good player. Good player. Definitely a hit for Buffalo, man. But the Patriots got way more out of him than they did, right? So then we get into some you know what I'm saying? We get into some riffraff, man. We get into a little bit of riffraff here, man. Um, EJ Manuel, this was a reach. I mean, I didn't think EJ was a first round talent. I mean, he was cool in college. Like he was cool. But I didn't think he was a first round quarterback. Like I didn't think so, man. Like it was just like he was cool. But if you the Buffalo Bills at this time, you kind of need a quarterback. So I don't blame them for reaching, but that ain't the one. That ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't the one. Like it never worked out at all. Like they gave him the ball, and that first season it was like okay, maybe, maybe, but after that, nah, they didn't do nothing. So this was a miss. But EJ was cool, man. EJ was cool, especially at Florida State. He's pretty good. But nah, 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 that was a miss. So they were asked, and then they moved up to 4 and got Cleveland pick. And then they traded next year's first round to draft Sammy Watkins. Now, if you know Sammy Watkins in 2014, right? They picked him 4th overall. Sammy Watkins was cold as hell. Like he could have went pro his freshman year. Like he was just that damn good. His freshman year at Clemson, bro. I was like, damn, who is this guy? But he had to stay. And I think in 12 he had some injuries. But then he showed out, man. He showed out. But for Buffalo, he did okay. He did okay. Um, yeah, he did okay, man. Like I said before, man, these are some bad teams, man. And I'm curious who the hell, like 9-7, you know, like, but I'm curious to see who was playing quarterback. EJ Manuel, right? You're not gonna get that much production out of that. And then in 15, I want to say it was EJ Manuel as well, you know, but he showed out. And then he had some injuries, I want to say, so I want to be sure. So he broke a foot and had to put a screw in there, so he didn't do nothing. And then they traded him. Well, they declined his option, and then traded him to the Rams. And he didn't necessarily do nothing, man. So I don't know, man. What y'all think, man? Because I think this was kind of a miss. Considering how his college career was, oh man, you know what? I'm gonna call that a man. I'm gonna call that a man because EJ was kind of bad, bro. And you can't win. You can't, as a receiver, you can't do nothing if your quarterback ain't doing nothing. But he had 2 solid years before that foot injury. Man, I say for Buffalo, considering the quarterback situation, I say he's a hit. I say he's a hit. But after that, nah, he actually might be a bust though. Actually might be a bust. But whatever, man. I just think they didn't do right by him. But I think overall he's a bust. But for Buffalo, I think they got a little bit out of him. But they was ass, so that really didn't mean shit. All right. So no pick in 2015. So 2016 they draft Shaq Lawson, and this was okay. Like he's pretty damn good with Clemson. Pretty damn good. All American. I remember him being pretty good. Um, and he rose up some draft boards, man. But he was just okay. So I'm gonna say this is kind of a meh. It's in the middle. It's a meh to me. Meh. Like nothing outstanding. Even in his second run, nothing outstanding. But definitely did okay. Cause like I said, you're a defensive end. I need more sacks, baby. Like if you playing, well, he's a linebacker, but he's more of a defensive end. But um, I need more sacks, baby. And if you was playing linebacker, I definitely need more sacks. I need more tackles than this. So yeah. So this was kind of a meh. It wasn't terrible, but definitely not what you expected picking somebody that high, man. So Tre'Davious White, man, another good ass SEC player. Um, he did pretty good with Buffalo. He was there for a while. Definitely there for a while. Got an all pro, couple Pro Bowls there, man. So I'd say this is a hit, man. This is a hit. 6 interceptions was his high, man. He ended up with 18 altogether. So that's really good. So yeah, this was a hit, man. Made some tackles, did some stuff. So yeah, definitely pretty good. Definitely pretty good, man. So um, we're gonna call that a hit. Yeah, we're gonna call that a hit, man. And then that was 2017, by the way. 2018, they start changing their ways, man. Start changing their ways. They move up in the draft, trade with Tampa Bay, end up getting Josh Allen, man. And he's their franchise quarterback, and let's just say he's pretty damn good, man. Pretty damn good. He has been doing good with them. So this is a hit. And then they also made another trade with Baltimore to get Tremaine Edmonds. Um, he was good with Buffalo too, but he left in free agency to go to Chicago, and whatever, man. Hey, but made a whole lot of tackles, so that's solid one. And then he was getting after the quarterback a little bit too. So this was a hit too. So they changed Buffalo's way of thinking. Those two players, man. Then they got Ed Oliver. I want to say he's still there. Um, Ed was good. Ed was one of them dudes, man. Ed was one of them dudes. That last season at Houston got a little dicey between him and the coach and shit. So he was kind of out a couple games. But Ed was nice, man. Ed was one of those ones, man. Like, look at his size, look at his speed, look at his bench press, look at his vertical. Ed was nice, bro. Ed was nice. And he continues to be nice. You know, he's still on the team after them picking him ninth overall in 2019. Like, he's still good, man. Like, he's solid, man. You know, I think now he's starting to kind of form into a pretty good player, but he's pretty good. Got a contract extension in 2023, so we need a little bit more. Next season is probably going to be a big year as far as either keeping him or not. But as far as what you're seeing, 25 sacks, man, for a guy that pretty much plays interior is pretty good. So, been good in the playoffs for them. Didn't get a chance to do it this season, but um, pretty good, man. Pretty good player, man. So I call that a hit, man. Like I say, he's still there, so they believe in him, and they gave him a new contract. So there you go. So they traded the 2020 pick to Minnesota. So no pick in 2020, and then they picked Gregory Rousseau. Uh, I want to say he set out. Yeah, he set out for the 2020 season with the COVID stuff. So he missed that year in college of production. But this guy's an athlete, man. 6'6", man. Like, well, 6'6". That shit, damn near 6'7". To be honest with you. Um, Pretty good player, man. He's still there, which is good, right? And he's pretty productive, man. Um, Productive as hell. He signed an extension with them, so they believe in him. So this is a hit. This is a hit, definitely, definitely. So then they got Kier Elam. They moved up in 2022 to get him 23rd overall. Um, for Buffalo, he's not there anymore. Um, and he ain't play. Um, yeah, yeah, he ain't. Yeah, he ain't play. I guess in the regular season he didn't play. Well, he didn't play last year. Yeah, whatever, man. For Buffalo, I'd say it's inconclusive. Cause he ain't get that much clock for real, man. But I'd say it's a miss because, like I said, if you draft him in the first round and you're not playing, I don't know. But I still think it's inconclusive because he only played 2 seasons. He with Dallas right now, so maybe he'll get some clock there because they really don't have nothing on defense this season. So we'll see. I don't know, but this is definitely a yeah. So when we get to 2023, they picked Dalton Kincaid. Uh, Short sample size, but he did some good stuff with Utah, and that's what got him picked 25th. And we've been okay, solid target for Josh Allen. Um, so we want to see him take that next step, obviously. But we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. So inconclusive there. Still got a lot of career left, but so far solid. So I call it a hit, but still inconclusive, man. So no pick in 2024 for the Buffalo Bills as they traded uh with the Chiefs and Panthers. So yeah. So if um if I'm giving my assessment of the Bills, right? My assessment of the Bills is that they meant well when drafted. Like they really went in on some guys, right? Right. But if you're looking at 2002, man, and you're drafting a guy like that, you draft Mike Williams, when technically you probably should have drafted Brian McKinney, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just wait a little bit. Like, I'd rather reach on somebody that has a lot more potential than just drafting a guy that everybody says is going to be good. You know what I'm saying? So that was a miss. Like, they meant well, but guys just didn't work out for them. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you need a quarterback, but like, you need a quarterback, but everybody else is gone at that particular time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Eli gone already. Phillip Rivers is gone already. Big Ben is gone, right? But if you trade up, you gotta trade up earlier, man. You had some assets that you could have traded up and got, in my opinion. Because if you got up to 22, you could have moved up in the top 10 and probably snagged Big Ben. You know? So it's like they drafted some pretty cool players, man. But once we got into the 2010s and 2020, it seemed like they started to really look at things a little different. And getting Josh Allen was the right move to trade up and get him because you need a franchise quarterback, which was people actually considered this actually a reach because it's like, well, you know, he went to Wyoming. He didn't really play nobody. I hear that shit all the time in the damn comment section on our YouTube channel, man. Oh, Ashton Genty went to Boise State. He ain't play nobody, right? You either got it or you don't. And one thing that Josh Allen got is size, a little bit of quickness, and he want to win. That's all I'm gonna say, man. And they made the right move. Although I didn't agree with him winning MVP this season. The boy nice. I can't say nothing else. He nice. And that was the start of them rebuilding this damn team. A lot of teams gotta go through that, man. But he damn good. And I can't say nothing about it, him not being good, because he is. So that was kind of the start, man. But my overall assessment of the Bills, man, of their draft picks in the first round since 2000 is meh, meh. Like early on in the 2000s, it was kind of like some misses, bro. Like more misses than hits. But as they moved into um, the Josh Allen era, they started to get some more hits, man. So I kind of like that, man. So I call that first half of the 2000s ass, but the Josh Allen era has been pretty good. So that's my assessment on the Bills, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment box below, man. But I appreciate y'all, man, for watching. I also appreciate y'all for tuning in to our show every Sunday, man. Don't forget, we go live every Sunday at about 7:15, so Central Time. So go ahead and check that out, right? But I'm your boy Cam. This has been fun. We're gonna continue with the next one. I gotta check my list. But we're gonna continue with the next episode probably today. I gotta take a shower, man. I'm sweaty as hell. But I see y'all on the next one, man. Peace.